So as a part of the modding series, here is how to make your own dungeons level within Minecraft Dungeons. Now, this is just a basic tutorial, so stay tuned and enjoy. So you're going to need a few things to start off with. If you've been watching some of the previous videos, you will have an understanding and have most of the stuff that you need. Just to run through, you're going to need Minecraft Dungeons, you're going to need Java, you're going to need the mod kit, and you're going to need some sort of text editor. That is generally it, I believe. I'll put all the links in the description for you, but anyway, let's get on with it. So there's probably more than one way to start this off, but we're going to jump straight into Java and get the game up and running in the way that we need it. So we're going to need a void world. So we're going to create a new world. We're going to name this a void. Doesn't matter what you name it whatever you want. But I'm going to call mine void. You're going to need it on creative. You're going to need it peaceful. You're going to need to go to more world options, generate structures off, world type super flat and customize. Now you need to remove all the layers. Click done. I think that is generally it. Once you spawn in, so create new world. Once you spawn in, you're going to need to double tap so you fly because you're going to fall straight to your death. We're then going to have to put in some commands to set a spawn, set a block, and teleport us so that we can have some fun and start making our level. So here we go, I've just fallen down, I'm into it now. So I'm going to press T to bring up the chat box. I'm going to type this in here, which will teleport us. So TP at P 000, this will teleport us. I'm then going to go and set a stone block. So set a stone block back to T chat and set block 099 stone. So that would be just underneath us here. And then we're going to need to set the world spawn. So T set world spawn. So I've set the world spawn, I've done all this, and now we are going to need a structure block. Now, if you don't know how to get a structure block in Minecraft, you're going to need to go T/give, then whatever your name is, and then structure block here. Yeah, so Minecraft structure block give. There's a Minecraft structure block. If you don't know what it does, we'll go through it in a minute. It's just making it so we've got everything ready. So let's load up our inventory. We just need a stone block just to start off with, and we're just going to build like a base. So it's just like tiles. So Minecraft Dungeon works on tiles. You need tiles, and you join these tiles together via doors, whether these doors are seamless doors or loading doors. That is up to you, whatever you decide to put in. So on this one, we're just going to do a basic guide to how to get it in. So let me build this and I will get back in a minute. So as you can see, here is a basic block. It's nothing major. It is literally a few blocks wide by a few blocks length. This is what you need to do basically. It creates these tiles, and we need more than one tile to build the level. You can have as many as you want, joining them by a thing called doors using the structure block. Not going to do that at the moment. So what we're going to do is just build around the edge, just to build it up a little bit so that the player can't fall off, because that would be terrible. We would kill everyone. So there we go, we've got the closed on 3 of the sides and open on the other one. It's not going to be very big in game. You'll understand once you see it. It's going to be quite small. You can do what you want, make it better, make it beautiful. This is just so you get an understanding. So next we need to build another tile. So this one is going to be alongside the other one, but not as big. So we go, here is another block. Generally what you do is you have to put one block gap. This is more for your reference, but it helps anyway, just to understand where the seams will be. Now I'm just going to put another type of block in because we want to show that we've loaded the other block. So I'm just going to put this in here. This, oh, not there. And here, here, and here, and then also in the middle I'm just gonna go and put some differences in just so we can see it once we've loaded the game up. will become clear. So next we need another block so that we can have an end. So we're just going to do this now. I'll do it rather quickly just to show you. Right, so here we go. We've got a basic level. We've got a start, we've got a middle, and we've got an end. Now, the reason I've done this bit in the middle here, and that's not central, the reason I've done this bit in the middle here is to show you that you can duplicate tiles without having to do it more than once. When we get into the game, I will show you, when we get into the editing side of it, I will show you how to go about this. So this is the basic map. It's not very good. It is literally just a set of blocks. The scaling's probably not right either, so just bear that in mind when you're making maps and stuff of the scaling that you need. So the next step is the structure block. Now the structure blocks need to go on each of the gaps here, so these act as doorways. Here and here, and then we're going to need another one in here for the end. Now if you want to put mobs in, we're going to need to put one there. So we'll start off with the first structure block. If you've never seen a structure block, it's like this. You have the structure name, and you have the relative position, then you have integrity and seed. We don't need that. That is under load. We need under save to get the structure size. Now, if you change that to 0, 0, that means it's on the middle of the block. So we change this to 1, 1, and 1. And you can see here that it's got this like glowing outline around it. This is the region. So we need to make this region go all the way along to here. So we need to do this one here, we do it 6, and hopefully I've got it the right way around. So no, it's going the wrong way because the map should be the other way, so just bear that in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to -6 here, and then it's going out. So let's try -5, and there you go. You can see it goes from this wall to this wall quite easily. So we need to do exactly the same on the other one, and the other one, and the other one. But we need to name this so it has, so the dungeons knows what it is. So for door, it is literally door, nothing else. And then the same for this one. So door, and then we got -5 naught, and then we need to go on to the save, and then we need to go, is it 6 1 1? So then you can see here they're both the same and they're all good. I'm going to move these over just to show you. So on here this would be door, and this would be this would be naught naught. Go to save, and then 1 1 1. This needs to be 6, I believe, because it's 6 wide. Yep. And then the same for this one, door, and let's go to save, 0 6 1 1. So there you go, there's our door set up. So you can see here the doors are all the same, they're all the same height, length, and everything, so they should all work and should all be compatible with one another. The next thing to do is this one here, which is the end. So this is a thing called a region, and we need to name it region. And then this bit here where it says objective technically can be anything that you want to call that region. So we've called it objective, but you could call it end area. Yeah, we're just going to leave it as objective now. Right, so the relative position is 0 0. I'm going to have to go here, and if I done, this is 2, this is 1, this is 3, but I know that this needs to go over, so -1, not too bad. I'm going to actually put it in the corner here, so there, save, 0, structure size is 2, 1, 3. So there we go. So let's move the spawn over to here. So it depends which way you've got the map rotated around, doesn't really matter. So back onto this one here. Now, if you've never used them before, and it depends what version of Minecraft Java you're using, if you're using a 1.171, they've actually changed it so the data no longer appears as default. Earlier versions you'll rotate through it. If you hold down Alt, you'll come to the custom data tag. Now, for the end region, you need to put these tags in. Now the objective has to be the same as what it is here. So if you've changed that to end area, then this here would have to be end area, and then the type always needs to be trigger. So when it's triggered, it knows it's triggering the end area. Press OK on that. Right, let's go back to here so we can see it. So now we need to do this spawn. So if we want to get mobs in here, we need to add a spawn. So the spawn is just literally region, and then we need to set these out here. So I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be 6 by 1 by 6? So these are back to front X, Z, Y, where I'm the other way around. But anyway, that's my problem. So there we go. We set it up. This is the spawn area, and then what we need to do is go back to the data on this one, and we need to go and put it to tags, nothing, type, spawn. You can put something in the tags if you want to, but there's no need to. So there we go. Right, let's go back here, and that's set up. So that is how to set up your structure box. Basically, there's a lot more to it if you want to get prefabs and stuff like that into it, but I'm not going to delve into prefabs today. Right, so we need to go E, and we need to get the player head. Now the player head acts as the player's spawn. So wherever you put the player head is wherever the player is going to spawn. So I'm going to put it in here. So assumably, if you want 4 players to spawn, you would need 4 heads, but we only want 1 today. So I've just done that, and there we go. So just 1, because if you're building a custom level, generally it's only you that can spawn into it because it is local, it is not online. So anyway, that is the basic level done. It is quite simple, there's nothing to it. Hopefully you can get an understanding from this, and you can build upon it and make it as beautiful as some of the maps that are in dungeons. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to have to locate the save folder for this. So we need to press escape. Let's save and quit to the title. We need to go single player. We need to go on our void world, click edit. Now open world folder option is here. Click this and it will open your world options. Now we need to create a new file in here, and this file is called ObjectGroup.json. Now if you haven't got a JSON text editor, not to worry, you can use Notepad. So you just need to go open with Notepad. Yeah, or you can go open with and then find Notepad. If you have got a JSON text editor, use that. You're obviously used to doing stuff. So this is in here. We need to set the boundaries of our tiles, and this can be done by going back into your world. So we need to go into the void world, go play selected world and wait for it to load. So then we need to select the bottommost corner and the topmost corner to make a boundary so it knows where it is. So if you hit F3, you'll get all this information here come up, and we're looking for, on the right there, targeted block. So we can see here the targeted block is -799.6. So what we need to do now is we need to put this into our text file, but I have got this handy little website that can do it for you and in the right structures. So if you navigate to your browser, you need to go to here. I'll put the link in the description. We can then start filling out some of this stuff. So there's 3 tiles. So I'm going to call this tile main 1. We then need to translate this here from here into here. So the game knows the regions and the areas. So we need to find the bottommost block. So our bottommost block is this one here. So what we're going to do is go back to here and then go -7, 99.6. And then you have to find the topmost block. So the topmost block on this one here is this one. So F3 escape, back to the browser, and it's 0101-4. Click enter, and then this will pre-fill down here nicely for you. Now we need to do this 3 times for all of our blocks. So back to game, and then we need to get this one here. Can't see properly. So F3 on this one was -799 -6, -799 -6. And then we need to get the topmost one. Now because we got this one here and there's no block here, it's not this block, it would be one block here. It is invisible, so just bear that in mind, that you need to get the topmost block on this area. So F3 escape, and then it is 0, 102 because it's slightly higher, minus 11. Minus 11. Enter. So then we're going to need number 3 now, which is the third tile. Delete that. We're going to need to get the bottommost block. Now, because this is all funny, we need to find out the bottommost block, and it's this block right here. So we go F3, we escape, go back to here. The bottommost block is minus 796, and then minus 13, and then the topmost block. So we can remove that, and we can go over here, and the topmost block would be here. So we need to go, oh, F3, and then back to here, 0, 101 minus 25. Enter. So this is all 3 done. We can copy this and paste this into your object group, and we can say that now we're done for this for the moment. We don't need to do anything else. We can minimize it all. So this is the void world, which we'll keep there. So Dungeons modding is here. We need to go into Dungeons modding Dungeons mod kit master. Now, if you haven't got this, I suggest you're going to need to go get it alongside with Python as well. Extract it and follow along. You may need to set some other stuff up later on, but not at the moment. So tools, and then Java world to object is what we're looking for. But before we can do that, we need to go into Dungeons, content, data. Now, if you've got anything in here, you might as well delete it now, because, or back it up, because you don't want it. So we're going to have to make a new folder. We're going to make this folder, and we're going to call it Lovica, because that's the name of it. And then within there, we're going to need 2 new folders, one called levels, and then one called object groups. Now within object groups, we're going to have to make a new level. Now this is a new folder. Now this is whatever the level will be called. I'm going to call this test for the time being, or whatever. You can call it whatever you want, but it just needs to reference it later. So there's test, and then we're going to need to make a new file. And the reason we need to make a new file is so that it holds all the game data. Now we don't actually go new file, we have to go back to Dungeons Modkit Master, Tools, and then Java World to Object Group. So this is going to generate that file for us. So if we double click it, it will come unload. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. So this folder here, what we need to do is go back to our void world save, and then paste this into here. Now because we made the object group JSON on here, it's going to take everything and put it into our other file that we need to make. So we select that. Now we need to select where to put that file. So that was in our here, data, Lovica, object groups, test. So we paste that into there, and then we need to save this as objectgroup.json. So objectgroup.json, save, and you can see here it's saved it. Now we can open this up and have a look. Open with Notepad, and you can see here that I've got the player start, I've got the 2 positionings here, and I've got the region of spawn, and I've got the region of our objective to get to the end. There is also another door on here, and there should be a door on here as well. So it all looks good. I mean, if some stuff's missing, it could be that your positioning is out, or because you forgot to put door in properly with the colon or whatever. Doesn't matter. Go through it, have a look, make sure it looks something reasonable like this, and everything should be fine. So we're finished for that for the time being, and what we need to do now is generate the levels file. So we need to go back to Lovica levels, create a new text document. We're going to call this Archhaven. Now this needs to be the same name as whatever level you want to look for. Now you can find these on the BMS output, or a program called fmodel. Now I haven't done anything on fmodel, but for now if you call it Archhaven, that will help. You could even call it lobby, but it might break because you'll keep spawning to your lobby. So call it Archhaven, and we go from there. Hit yes to save. So the next thing we need to do is load up your browser once again, and we need to navigate to here, LG instead of TG. Now this is my sort of level generator just to help me along. It's very basic, it doesn't hold everything, and it is a bit buggy. But anyway, so we need to start to fill this out, so we're going to change this to Archhaven. And then we're going to need to do a level ambience. Now the level ambience is always funny, some things work, some things don't. So creeper woods, the ones that are grey are generally the ones that you need, so just bear that in mind. So resource packs, I'm going to load jungle because I always load jungle for some reason. If you look there, jungle, the reason it's like this is you can have two if you wanted to, because some you can load more than one resource pack. You can load more if you really wanted to. Play intros on true. I would just change it to false because we don't want any intros to play. And then we got object groups here. So our object group is the file that we had generated for us. So it's in Lovica object groups test object group.json. So we don't need the .json, we just need the object group. So we can change this, we can enter this even into here, test/object group, and that's that done. So when you want to push stuff across, press the plus, and then this will generate this down here, which is quite nice and straightforward. The next thing we're going to need to do is our stretch settings. So these are the tiles that we set up, main 1, main 2 and main 3. Now I know there is a slight little bug in here and I've aimed to sort it out, but at the moment what we need to do is main 1 and then the length is 1 because you want one of them occurring. Really you shouldn't have to put length in there, but there's a bug like I said, so we put length 1. You don't have to worry about IDs and you don't have to worry about dead ends. Literally click that and it will go and it will populate. So then what we're going to do is we're going to change this to 2, and 2 we're going to put to 5. So we'll have 5 occurrences of main 2. That's why we've done the double doors, and that's why it's a bit smaller. And then main 3 we only want one of them, so we're going to add that, and there we go. So we've got main 1, main 2 and main 3. So that is our tiles, and it would work with this, but we need the objectives. We don't need to set a name, we don't need to set a description, we just need to say what was the end region called. So if you go back into your game, let's get rid of that and come back down to, oh, that's not there, just so I can see it. Oh, right, it is called objective. So we need to put objective into that field there, so here, but we need to do it with star dot objective. Yeah, let's enter and it should be down here. So display mode is main objective and the end region is objective, so that should be fine. So now you're thinking about mobs because we put that spawn in here. So we've got default mobs here. It's limited at the moment, but anyway, so mobs, we're going to call this mob 1, and we're going to have a zombie, and the weight, not too sure on the weight, it is there in some instances and not. And then we're going to need 1, oh not Q, that doesn't help, 1 and 10. So between 1 and 10 zombies should appear. So we click the plus on this one, and therefore we would have type zombie 110. And everything else is here, and this should be good to copy across. So we highlight that, we will copy it, we will go back to our tools and then back to Dungeons Bucket Master, Dungeons, Content, Data, Lovica, Levels, and this level here. Now I might already have it loaded up, I haven't, so I'm going to go and I'm going to go open with Notepad, and I'm going to paste it in there. So this should be all good, it should all work. If something is wrong in here, it will provide an infinite loop when you load your level up. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but it just is what it is. So we're going to save that, and then the next thing to do is to package the app. So we can get rid of that now, and then we can go back to Dungeons and ModKit Master. Now, if you haven't set the ModKit Master up, you may want to do so. You need to go into configs, not there. It's not configs, it's so confusing. It's user settings, and it's the editor directory to Unreal. Possibly, you don't necessarily need that at the moment, and then the package output. So this is the package output, working mod.pack. That is where it's going to save it, and this is your mods game location. So if you haven't got the mods game location, you're going to need to do that as well, which is moving the game. So right, we got that set up. We've done that, so the next thing to do is literally just run this package.bat. So we double click it, it loads and it closes. That is it, that is done. So now the next step is Minecraft Dungeons. Here we are, we've loaded up dungeons, everything's normal, we're in the lobby. Now the level we need to load is Archhaven. So if we go over to here, Archhaven, the reason I've chosen Archhaven is, well, anyone here rather than the lobby, is the problem of the end and infinite loop into our own lobby, and the fact that we can change the level difficulty. I'm on default and like that. So we're going to start the game and hopefully we're getting first time and there won't be any issues. Proof is in the pudding, as they say, so let's just have a look and see what happens. If I get an infinite loop. No, there we go. So we're in and it's loaded. And you can see here, this is our main structure here, the first one that we built. And then this is the second one that we built because we've put the other tiles on it. And then we flipped it round and it's put these on here. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like we asked it to do. We asked it to do 5 different tiles. And then we've got our lava down there, and then we've got our zombies coming at us. So it's all worked relatively well, it all worked good. It all acts as a level, you get drops and you'll get things. So it's all quite well a level really. So we got our lava pool here which we can go into and burn and get hurt. We got our steps here that we can go up and down. Oh, I missed a block here and never took it out, never mind. And then once we walk through here we will end. So that is it. This is how to put a level into Minecraft Dungeons. Now you can change things, you can do more things, but unfortunately it is a bit of a minefield. The people best to talk to are the ones at the DukuCraft Discord server. They will help anyone out immensely who want to be able to build their own levels and expand on something like this and make it as beautiful as a Minecraft Dungeons level. So without further ado, let's quickly complete this level and see how we get on. So we completed the level. The villagers are free because that's the level that I put it into. So we go back to the lobby now and our level is complete. So hopefully this video has helped you out. If you've got any questions I can try and answer, but you're best off going off to the DukuCraft Discord server for your queries. Anyway, hopefully this has entertained you and made you aware of what is possible, and it's limitless the things you'll be able to do if you delve deep enough. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you again shortly. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll try and do some more videos soon.